What's going on, guys? SickBubbleGum here. I've had a few ask me about gear types, systems such as enchanting, enhancing, upgrades, and rune changes. Thought I'd help. Let's get started. Elyon's gear consists of normal, advanced, rare, hero, and legend. No white and green gear cannot be upgraded, so I highly recommend you do not enhance them. Instead, use them as fodder and break them down for additional materials. The gear types found within Elyon are going to consist of normal gear, set gear, and breakthrough gear. The main differences between these types of gear is the set piece has a 2-piece and 4-piece set effect along with some additional effects, whereas breakthrough gear has increased base stats and special modifiers on top of effects. Keep in mind, if you try and enhance the breakthrough gear and fail, it will break and turn into material. When enhancing your gear, you will see these black diamonds. This represents the number of enhancement attempts remaining on your gear. Items will randomly have between 3 and 6 attempts. One thing to note are these yellow outlines around the enhancement attempts. This represents a 100% chance to succeed when enhancing. Ideally, you would like these at the last 2 slots of your item to guarantee a more difficult enhancement. If you succeed with your enhancement, it will turn into a blue diamond. However, if you fail, it will go gray and move on to the next enhancement attempt. Don't worry though, guys, if you want to reset your blue item, you can do so by crafting these scrolls here. If you have a purple or yellow grade item, they can also be crafted. However, you also have the option of going into an appropriate dimensional portal to farm the drops. When enhancing, the first thing you want to do is aim to get your blue dungeon set gear to +6. You're able to do this from level 35 onwards. To enhance your gear, you will have 4 enhancement stones you can choose from. You will have tiers 1 to 3, as well as some legend grade stones, which will give you a 100% chance in order to upgrade. Tier 1 enhancement stones will give you +1 to your gear. However, if you fail, it will not change it. It will simply block the enhancement slot and move on to the next one. These stones can be found by either hunting monsters or doing dimensional portals. Tier 2 stones will give your gear +2. However, if you fail, it will -1 and move on to the next enhancement attempt. These can be obtained by combining 10 of the tier 1 stones together through the crafting menu. Tier 3 enhancement stones will plus your gear by 3. However, if you fail, it will minus it by 1 and move to the next attempt. These can be obtained by disenchanting your +6 or higher hero and legend grade gear, as well as doing time attack dungeons and party dungeons. If you do have the gold and people are selling, you can get some of these items on the auction house for a quicker enhancement. Theoretically, you are able to achieve +18 on your gear. However, that will require the +3 gems and you'll need all 6 attempts to succeed. Lastly are the legend grade stones, which give you a 100% chance to +2 your gear. Keep in mind the purple version is for your hero rated gear, giving you a maximum of +10. While the yellow is for your legend gear, giving a maximum of +8. Don't worry guys, if you're worried about your gear downgrading, you can use anti-fail tools. These can be found by doing various tasks, as well as using alternative currency exchange in order to purchase your daily limit. The higher up the item, the more these tools you will need in order to make an attempt, so this can get quite costly. Next up are the upgrade stones, which allow you to upgrade your gear from blue to purple. These can be obtained by getting shards from disenchanting gear of that type, monster hunting, and more. You'll need 3 of the correct gear type stones along with a +6 blue item of that gear type. By upgrading it, you're going to be increasing the existing stats along with gaining an additional random stat. Keep in mind, you will also re-roll the enhancement chances as well as resetting the enhancement level. Upgrading from purple to yellow is a similar process using purple grade gear stones. However, this time you will need the item to be +10 in order to upgrade. This will also allow you to upgrade the stats of the item and re-roll the enhancement chances along with reset the enhancement level. There are also these special upgrade stones which will allow a purple set or breakthrough gear to be upgraded to yellow while maintaining the enhancement level and rune slots. When enchanting your gear, you have the option to enchant your blue gear with 1 blue hearthstone, which can be obtained through the dimensional portal and quest rewards. This will also grant a random attribute, magic effect, and additional damage towards a particular monster type from the list. In order to enchant purple grade gear, you will also need to combine 3 of those blue hearthstones for 1 purple hearthstone. This will also go through the same process of selecting a random attribute, magic effect, and additional damage towards a particular monster type from the list. You can also enchant yellow gear by combining 3 of the purple hearthstones in order to form 1 yellow hearthstone. The same process also applies, selecting a random attribute, magic effect, and additional damage towards a particular monster type from the list. Each of these grade items can be re-enchanted for the same cost to reroll the assigned stats if you were not happy with what was rolled. When enchanting, you can also grant various special effects randomly from a list. This can be achieved by spending 5 of the appropriate grade hearthstones along with 1 condensed hearthstone, which can be obtained through the alchemy crafting table. Lastly, you have the possibility of enchanting trinkets such as earrings and rings to further increase the stats. This can be done by using one of the appropriate grade Moonlight Hearthstones. Note, Moonlight Hearthstones of various grades can be farmed in the appropriate dimensional portals, which specify the item drop. If you are after a purple or yellow Moonlight Hearthstone, these can be either crafted or farmed. In order to craft a purple Moonlight Hearthstone, you're going to need 3 of the blue Moonlight Hearthstones as well as 1 amplifier. In order to get the yellow, you'll need 3 purples and 3 amplifiers. Amplifiers can be obtained by hunting the appropriate monster specified on the item. If you're unhappy with the runestone color of your gear and you want to change it, you can do so by using the runestone regrant vendor. This allows you to change the colors of your rune slots by sacrificing an item of the same type and any grade containing the color you want in the correct rune slot number. Keep in mind, the further out the rune color is, the more expensive it will be. Focus on changing the very last rune slot first and work your way back. Each attempt there is a 75% chance to change the color, including each slot before it, and a 25% chance it will fail. If you failed the color you wanted, you just simply lose gold and need to attempt it again. Note, if you only want to change the rune color in a certain position, you only need to buy an item with a rune slot up to the color that you want to change. Make sure you have the correct color in the same position of the slot that you want to change. If you happen to change other colors before the one you wanted in the list when attempting, don't stress. You can slowly change them back one at a time or more if you find the correct color combinations and get lucky. Lastly is the rune vendor's option to reroll existing stats on the main weapon, similar to that of the enchanting vendor. However, this vendor focuses on main modifiers rather than attributes. This requires 1 chain set stone along with the gear that is purple and above. Anyways, guys, that's everything for now. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave any comments down below if you have any questions, and I'll be covering a lot of Elyon content, so make sure you check out my Twitch channel as I'll be streaming Elyon quite regularly.